Welcome viewers. So I have with me Mr. A.N. Sahay, former chairman and managing director of Mahanadi Coalfields Ltd. Dr. Sahay is a well-known expert in coal
No,
energy
doctor.
field.
I'm not a doctor.
Sorry, Mr. Sahay is a well-known expert in the coal energy field and is on board of several companies. We have already covered a lot of issues. So the last issue and the most critical issue for anything, I mean, whatever you do, growth, development, that is to make people more prosperous. People should live a better life. So what is the scenario in employment sector? Uh, the we now have roughly, as per CMI data, it's 8%. There is wide variance between states, and very interestingly, some of the industrialized states like Haryana has very high unemployment figures. So, I mean, how do you see the employment scene changing? I mean, I would like you to at least shed some light on the automation area. Automation was increasing for last couple of years and is currently post pandemic. It is really going up. It has. So how do you look at it, sir?
My take on this is that due to the pandemic, there was a lot of unemployment. People had to go back. And that was mostly in unorganized sector. It's a huge sector which employs about 90% of the employment in India. Only 10% is in organized sector. So this sector was badly affected due to pandemic. But then the moment there was an unlock situation, things improved. Of course, I won't say the 100% went back and got their jobs. Maybe 10% got left out. Particularly the women and the younger group. I've seen data somewhere that women got left out. They did not get the employment, number one. Number two, the younger group did not get the employment. But those were a bit more experienced and skilled. They got their employment. Of course, maybe at a lower salary or lower daily rate, whatever you call it. So this is what has been the situation. And after second wave, again, same thing is happening. Of course, this time the unlock was not so severe. Unlock was not so severe. So things were not that bad. Even that migration was not that severe. So this unorganized sector, where the physical activity is important, I don't think automation will have much of an effect. Things will remain the way they were. We need to go for more employment generation. For that, we need more industrial activities, more SMEs. There are a couple of factors that will affect the organized sector. That is, automation will create either there are companies which are now going for totally work from home, or they are having a sort of a hybrid system where, twice a week you come and rest of the days you stay back. Or some companies, they are Saturday, Sunday, they are making a roster sort of thing, like 50%.
I mean, it is said that the hybrid work atmosphere will continue.
It will continue.
Some days you are going to office and the rest of the days you are working from home. It's completely flexible.
So naturally, now the companies have seen the benefits of work from home, which they had not seen. But first, they had to see it.
You don't need as big offices anymore.
Yes. So the fixed cost on infrastructure, office building, furniture, a lot of paraphernalia that goes in running the office, power and everything, that may not be required. Maybe you have a smaller office and you have certain people who come wherever they are required, they will come. Facilities are there, they'll work. Otherwise, people work from home. So that is one. Number one. Number two, the automation, wherever they feel that they can do with smaller offices, they'll try to reduce manpower. So wherever the jobs are repetitive in nature, they will automate that through software. That means softwares will replace the people wherever repetitive jobs are to be done. This is where there will be impact. A lot of companies, even TCS and others, they are taking people, I mean, simple graduates who are bright. They are taking from engineering colleges or even from general science colleges, and they're training them, because once they learn that repetitive work, they will lose their job.
So
You get
the low skill market, the low skill jobs,
yes, they will
don't
get.
you think that is also going to be affected? I'm just giving you how I am looking at it. For example, say right now to load unload from wagons, it is done on head load, right? If it is
No,
say in
no,
sacks,
no. Very few
but like
places. It's totally. It's always payloader. Most of the, I would say,
I'm not talking about
90% of
coal,
the
sir.
company.
I'm not talking about coal. I mean things that is coming in sacks, for example.
Tax, yeah, right.
Right. But there is a way to get it done by machines, because you are also putting restrictions that don't employ so many people. You ensure that COVID restriction is followed, so that is giving an opportunity. And also we have to understand that this human doing it by head load is pretty slow, no doubt about it. If you have noticed, sir, just digressing for a minute, the MNREGA work, right? In the villages, if you see, there is a nexus that emerged. The nexus is people don't no more go to work. They are paid part of the money, and the part goes to the panchayat or its people, because they employ simply earth movers and get those jobs done in a couple of days. Okay, you don't have to 100 men and women don't have to go and pick a mud on their head load and put the embankment. So that's gone almost. So this way there are mechanization is coming in. Probably it should come in. The construction sector faced a huge problem, right? And we already enforced many restrictions on them about how they should treat the labor, right? Obviously there are good players, but you know introduction of machine is possible. I mean, the West, you don't have so many people going up on these bamboo structures, right? So machines are there. We have already seen huge mechanization in agriculture. Even in West Bengal, I see a lot of use of harvesters and etc. So the low skill jobs are going away. I mean, we may not realize this, but it is going away.
Yeah. That I agree. I agree. They are going away. But still, when I talk to people who want to employ people, labor, they say in villages, no labor is available. They are either shifting to Punjab, they are either shifting to Haryana, or they are
So which means
shifting
that the alternate opportunity is coming up for them.
coming up for them. And either they're going to the construction sector or wherever. They are moving out because better money is being paid there. They are able
So,
to.
if we divide the employment issue in two parts, one is we have a huge pool of, I don't say uneducated, less educated, right? Less educated, low skill or typical labor, unskilled labor jobs. That is, there is a huge pool of that. And above it, there are, because of the I mean, whatever we say, I mean, India has progressed a lot on education front. The education has pervaded the in the villages. So that put together, we are seeing a whole lot of new generation labor, youth. They are coming up for jobs and etc. So they are not ready for taking up the job of a unskilled labor. Now, the problem here, sir, is I'd like to know from you is that, do you think that our skill development initiatives are up to the mark? Do they enable people with skills which are which are emerging, which there is an emerging demand for those areas? Is it futuristic? Is it dynamic? What is your take, sir? Because whatever I see is mostly the beauty parlor, the sewing machines, right? Tailoring, this kind of jobs are, they train people on these things. But say, how about coding and many new generation? When you say the digital economy, digital is proliferating like this. So are we skilling our younger generation adequately?
I have not heard of coding, but yes, apart from beautician's job and tailoring and whatever, which is more suitable for the women, a lot of skilling is being done, say for plumbing. You don't find plumbers, good plumbers. So the carpenters, there are a lot of jobs in a manufacturing sector also where you require such people who are a bit skilled, depending on the machine fitter, electrician. You don't get those people. There is always a dearth of good skilled people, and if there are skilled people and they have the right certification, there is no dearth of jobs.
I'm told even there is a dearth of quality highway drivers.
Yes, yes. If somebody
So
is good,
are we not training our youth with the right kind of skills, or we are very archaic in our skill develop? Are we very archaic in our skill development programs?
it has started recently. Skill development emphasis has started recently. It will improve. Right now, we are not up to mark. Let me tell you that. Right now, we are not up to mark, and the massive amount of what you call emphasis, that the focus that should have gone for skill development is not there. It should be there.
What if I understand you, sir, is that you are pointing two things. Number one is that their automation is going to kill a good part of jobs, low level skilled jobs, repetitive
Yeah.
jobs, as in BPOs and all these things. The machines are going to take over. Second, you are saying that till now there is not the unemployed, the unskilled or low skilled jobs are there, but the returns is an issue. You said that skill development is not the initiative that we have taken till now. It is not up to the mark, and a lot more has to be done. And what I would like to, I think I'd like to top it up by saying that we have to train people with the skills, and the development program should be dynamic. In a changing world, you cannot go by a fixed, historical kind of perspective. So it has to be dynamic. And if someone was doing plumbing yesterday, and tomorrow, suppose some other skill, demand for some other skill is going up, so he should be retrained into that. So that the ultimate aim should be that the earning per person should increase. He must get more for his for whatever he is giving in. Thank you so much, sir. Yeah, sir, you were saying something. No, you're saying something. Please complete it.
What I was simply telling, that if you give 10,000 rupees to somebody in Mumbai, he will not survive properly. 10,000 in a village might be quite a lot of money, but in Mumbai, so I mean, I'm trying to just emphasize that the salary structure should be better for good skilled people.
Yes, because why that is better? I mean, we are discussing economics, and when you discuss macroeconomics, often this goes, we forget to mention this. If I have better salary, I take care of my family in a better manner. I impart better education. I allow my son to pursue the education. Otherwise, I will sit on his neck and I expect him to get into the job market as soon as possible without getting adequately. So the country will lose the potential, talents somewhere. Someone who should have been a great engineer might be serving in some place as a fitter. at the most.
As a fitter.
So this is where we are missing out. Many thanks, sir. It has always been a pleasure to you, and sir is also our mentor. So thank you so much, and we will come back definitely with more episodes of this discussion. Thank you, sir.
Okay.